Hello, my name is Patricia Orfila, but most of you know me as Pat, and I am standing as a candidate for the GSLP Liberals in the forthcoming elections on the 12th of October. I grew up in the Upper Town, where I lived with my family in Limekiln Road. My childhood was fairly simple until I reached 11 years of age. My grandfather, who I worshipped, died suddenly, and 5 months later, quite out of the blue, my father left us. No contact, no maintenance, he just disappeared, and my mother was left to fend for herself with 3 children, in a world where women didn't really work at the time. She became Mrs. Orfila, the music teacher, who I'm sure many of you remember. This lesson early in my life made me understand how hard people have to work to make ends meet. It is this party, the GSLP Liberal, which attracted me as a young woman to join its ranks. They have socialist values, and it's where I fit in. This government, GSLP Liberals, have done a wonderful work for our community. We are a government who cares about our people. We have seen the palpable progress all around us. I was a school teacher here at Bayside for many years. I taught in a school which was falling apart. Bayside was crumbling. We had windows that didn't close properly and let the rain in, windows that didn't open. It was a heat trap in the summer. Teachers taught with the coats on during the winter months. Blackboards were broken, and when whiteboards came along, they were placed over the broken blackboards. Students' toilets had no doors, and some students would creep away to use the toilets at home. The buildings, as with many of our school buildings, was falling to bits. However, the GSLP Liberals have turned this around. We have built 10 new schools, not 1 or 2, but 10, with state-of-the-art equipment and classrooms, schools which now cater for everyone and have also provided for the students and staff with disabilities. 2 new comprehensive schools, Bayside and Westside, which are now co-educational, which was long overdue. St. Mary's, Governor's Meadow, St. Anne's, Bishop Fitzgerald, Notre Dame, 2 St. Bernard's and St. Martin's. This government has invested £160 million in the future of our children, offering them safe and first-rate classrooms where lessons can now be delivered in a comfortable and secure environment. Such a shame that schools were never a priority for the GSD. It would have been wonderful to have taught in a new Bayside. Another area where the GSLP has delivered is in housing. This government has built more houses for its people than the GSD ever did in 16 years they were in government. Young families were now able to purchase homes and live fully independent lives. The older generation, the pensioners, were provided with houses to suit their needs, and these have been so successful that there are now plans to build even more. We have built Monscalpe Mews, Charles Brisson House, refurbished Bishop Canilla, and it is true that COVID has played a big part on the delays of other projects, but they're now well on their way. Bob Belisa Mews, Chatham Views, and Hassan's Centenary Terraces, which is almost ready, and the keys are being already given out. A total of 2,072 families will have been housed in the 12 years that we have been in government, and we must not forget the ongoing refurbishment programme in place for all government housing estates. There are exciting new projects in our manifesto for the next term, with more government rental accommodation, more rental houses for the elderly, and plans to also invite pensioners who are not government tenants to also enjoy this opportunity. We also have plans to give low-income earners a chance to buy affordable homes, and many other new ideas and projects, such as lease and repair. Of course, one of our main aims is to continue with the work that the Housing Ministry is doing and to continue improving the quality of life for our fellow Gibraltarians. At this point, however, I would also like to remind you of one very important factor. With this government, the GSLP Liberals in office, we are in the safest pair of hands to bring back a treaty to the Gibraltarians that will never compromise our birthright. As long as the GSLP Liberals are in government, Gibraltar will always be British. Not 1 grain of our sand will be given away to Spain. Never, ever. Not 1 grain.